From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
After the turnover, it's Tua. Out route to Hill, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. A give up the middle to H.A. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
Second and goal from inside the 5. A-Chain once more. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Garoppolo. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Myers in motion right. Jet sweep. Garoppolo taps it forward. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. You talk about this Miami defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Play action, Garoppolo. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Hunter Renfrow, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. The end result, 21 yards. These 2 teams all tied after 1. A-Chain on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Dolphins at 8-1 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. H.A. now up the middle, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Robert Spillane. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throw out left, caught by Mayer. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
3rd and 5. Garoppolo's going to change the play. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And
anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running right, here's A-Chain. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Robert Spillane able to bring him down.
Nice satisfying run up 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Throw caught by A-Chain. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. That one complete to Hill. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 23. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Looking deep for Adams. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that 1st half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the 1st half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
On 2nd down, a run by A-Chain. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside.
and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. He's got a man, it's his fullback. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Steps away to his left. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And some room to roam now. Loose inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
As always, no rooting interest here. But that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he returns this to the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. Buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. Tua sets up to pass it. This goes out wide for Drake. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Tua's going to change things up. Running on first down with Gaskin. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Tua. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 3. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Tyreek Hill's got another one. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They go back to the ground game with A-Chain. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Again, it's A-Chain. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Now Tua. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And they'll run here with A-Chain. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. He'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. In motion goes Raymond. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dolphin touchdown. Khalif Raymond from a yard out. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own. Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for six. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Garoppolo. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter. As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right? This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Tua on the bootleg here. He'll buy some time right. Oh, what a catch by Waddle. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, They'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jacoby Myers, 75 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Garoppolo to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
2nd and 11. It's A-Chain on the give. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
To throw is Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now